30-second space travel was essentially the idea that we put in the subtitle, key ideas, inventions, and destinations that have inspired humanity toward the heavens.
We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
We wanted to give everyone a comprehensive sense of what it was like from the very beginnings of the science and technology of space travel to today and the future when we actually are living in space as human beings.
And this book on the major scientific principles of space travel is a really fun read.
The idea is to take these things that might initially seem complicated, it's literally rocket science sometimes, and to make it into something that's enjoyable.
It's short snippets of information. You can read it cover to cover if that's what you want to, but you can really just spend a small amount of time with the book and expect to learn something about one of the topics.
And you couldn't ask for a more interesting group of 30-second tour guides to the history and future of space travel.
Karen and I are both astrophysics professors, and we study the universe itself and how we've gone to explore it. Alan's expertise is actually a really neat bookend to both of ours, where Alan knows both about the history and all the cool old tech of space travel and rockets and so forth, and also the frontier things, the solar sails or all the latest kind of science fiction ideas that are being brought to reality by modern research. So this team is really an amalgam of a broad spectrum of knowledge and understanding of the whole concept of space travel.
So let's talk about some of the ideas in the book. It seems that humanity began accumulating the principles behind modern spaceflight a very long time ago. And the first chapter, appropriately, is about the first rockets. So just how long have we humans been sending rockets to the stars?
So the very first rockets that people launched were in the Song Dynasty in medieval China. And they were both for military purposes like missiles and for civilian purposes like fireworks. And so people have been dreaming about space travel for a long time, but it really became possible in the reality in the 50s and 60s.
Almost the last chapter in the book is all about the brand new non-chemical rockets we're developing now. In 30 seconds or less, can you guys tell me about ion engines and solar sails?
Ion engines basically take a very heavy molecule like xenon or something, accelerate it to very high speeds, and shoot it out the back of your rocket. It's very gentle acceleration, but in space, over time, you can build up a tremendous amount of speed and a tremendous amount of motion with very little weight.
And turns out, solar sails are more than just a cool sci-fi idea that looks good on Star Trek.
The cool thing is that even light has momentum. And so photons of light bouncing off a mirror impart just a tiny, tiny impulse on the spacecraft. It's so tiny, you would never even notice it on the Earth. But in space, in the vacuum of space, and over really long periods of time, it's enough that it can accelerate spacecraft.
Well, so between puttering and speed of light, where are we in this?
You would very much start puttering, but then if you did it or if you could figure out a way to do it for years or decades, you could get very, very, very fast.
For practical as well as hopeful reasons, do you think space travel draws all Earthlings together?
Yes, absolutely. My few seconds worth on this is just think about Apollo-Soyuz. During the Cold War, what brought America and the Soviet Union together? It was a handshake in space.
The book is called 30-Second Space Travel, and it is so much fun. Fun book written by fun people. I'm sure you'll all enjoy it. This has been Lisa Beth Kovitz for Simply Science.